Hello, this is Art Gaines for the Art Gaines Kids channel, and today we're going to be doing a bit of color theory. Very exciting. Now, as a painter, the one thing I try to keep in mind is that grays make your painting pop. But before you can understand how a million different shades of gray work, you have to understand basic color theory, which actually isn't something I've thought a lot about recently, but well, only because it's become sort of intuitive. I don't have to think about it anymore because I've thought about it so much. So let's start. First concept is hue, different hues. The hues are represented in PaintStorm on this circular wheel here. We have our three primary colors: red, green, and blue. Those are our three primary colors, or primary hues, I guess. And they all blend into each other to make, as you probably can guess, yellow, cyan, and purple. These are hues. I'll write that down. Those are pure colors, I guess. And so, next concept in color theory is, what's it called now? Tints. Tints are the pure colors with white added. So I'll give you an example. We have, let's choose a color, red, okay. We have pure red, and then we have a little bit lighter red, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, all the way up to pure white. These are different tints of red. They're as saturated as possible. Now, I guess I haven't explained the word saturated yet. Saturation means how bright the color is. I'll give you a quick example before I move on. This blue here is very bright, but this one is not as bright. It's not as saturated. Okay, so I'll just undo that. I'll give you another example of tints. Let's go with green. You have bright green, slightly lighter green, lighter green, lighter green, etc. All the way up to white. And I'll just do blue really quick. Do blue really quickly to demonstrate so that you get the three primary colors. Lighter and lighter, all the way up to white. These are tints. They are completely saturated. They are as bright as possible. The next concept is something called tones, and tones are different different grays of the same color. So once again, I'll start with red. We'll start with pure red, and then we on this triangle here we move straight over and keep moving straight over, and straight over until we get a completely gray color. These are different tones of red. So I'll do one more color. I'll do green. We have pure green, slightly more gray green, slightly more gray, slightly more gray, etc. until we get a completely gray neutral gray. These are, like I said, tones. Next concept is shades, and you might be able to guess where I'm going with this. Shades are where you start with a pure color and then move to black. So we start with red, slightly darker red, darker red, darker red, darker red, darker red, and then black, which isn't really there. I'll just circle it so you can see it there. These are, like I said, shades of red. Shades. So, if you hear someone referring to a different hues, they're talking about the whole color wheel. If they're talking about tints, they're talking about a color with white added. If they're talking about tones, they're talking about a color with gray added. And if they mention a shade of a color, they're talking about the color with black added. I'm just trying to remember if there's any other prominent concepts in color theory. Obviously, this is just a primer, a beginner's introduction to color theory. There's all sorts of other concepts like warm and cool colors, for instance, but I'll cover that in another video with probably some illustrations, some art in artwork, I think. So yes, remember, tints, hues, tones, and shades. Try using them to describe colors you see in nature. It'll be good practice. All right, this is Art Gains for the Art Gains Kids channel. Thank you.